welcome to Meditation Monday, August 3rd, I think. Monday of the long weekend. So maybe you're not joining me right now. Maybe you'll watch this when you have more time. But we'll post it up anyways. And just get the timer set. So we're just on 7 o'clock, so we'll just begin. So as I said at our last meditation Monday, we're going to start to go a little deeper now with our meditation practice. We are done with our preliminaries, our beginner's mind. We've been practicing our meditation now for a few weeks together. And so now we're used to setting up the space. We are used to setting up ourselves to come in and be settled and maybe use the same space over and over again. So it's our space set aside for meditation practice. Now, sometimes our intentions are always great to sit and to practice, and we're going to sit and meditate for over 20 minutes. And maybe the mind has a different agenda, and that's okay. Sometimes it can be very frustrating when you can't get the mind to sit still, or the body either. It happens sometimes. So if that occurs for you at any point, that's okay. Be gentle, be kind with yourself. It happens. The intentions are good to sit and to do this and to go deep, and it just doesn't work out that way. That's okay. You come back again the next day or whatever time you wish, and you just try again. It doesn't make it a bad meditation practice. It's just one where the energy might have been too high or something else is going on. So these things happen to all of us, so we can not hang on to it. So as I said, this week's meditation will be going a little bit deeper, more into a more quiet time of meditation. So there will be some talking to let you know what it's all about to start with, and then we'll take it deeper and sit still with an essence of quietness for, let's do 10 to 12 minutes. No longer. I won't let you sit longer than 12 minutes. How's that? So we will sit for 10 to 12 minutes depending on how it feels while we're here. So let's begin. So tonight's meditation is called Hridaya, H-R-I-D-A-Y-A, Hridaya, heart meditation. And in yoga class we have practiced this in a small fashion. We're going to take it much deeper tonight. So Hridaya meditation is more or less made up, not made up, but developed by Ramana Maharishi, very famous yogi, who was deeply in love with Arunachala, the mountain in India. And that was his source of all life, of all love, of everything. A very interesting being if you ever get a chance to read. So Ramana speaks of what meditation is. So just as we're sitting comfortably, letting some stillness wash over us, we'll just read a little bit on what Ramana Maharishi said about meditation. So meditation is a practice performed to educate the mind on one side, and on the other to experience this supreme reality. And it has been called many things, called the here and now, the cosmic consciousness, enlightenment, Buddhahood. And so consisting of the understanding that all things are what you are, and all things are in you. So we already have everything we need. We carry it with us all the time. We just sometimes need to wake up to that notion or to uncover some layers that are obscuring that from our reality. So these tools, there are 3 tools that Ramana subscribes to using within the meditation. And 2 of them are easy to get. One of them is a little bit abstract right now, but that's okay. If it's a bit out there for you, that's okay. It may come in time, and it will be fine. So the 3 tools. The one is concentration technique in what Ramana called the spiritual heart. So we all know that our heart's on the left side of our chest, but our spiritual heart is 2 centimeters over, and he calls that the spiritual heart center. So keeping our awareness in the spiritual heart center. So just take your right hand, take the middle finger of your right hand and just press into the sternum. So about where your heart is, come across and just in the center. And just feel that finger press into the sternum. Heart center, spiritual heart center. And then release. Let that hand come down, remembering the touch. The second tool from Ramana Maharishi is having an attitude of observer all the time. So we observe the body breathing, we observe the body sitting, meditating. We are a witness to it. So this is the abstract one. It can be a little bit difficult to wrap our heads around. So you might liken it to thinking of yourself as an owl up on the branch of a tree, looking down at yourself, breathing, sitting here, meditating. To be the observer. It's something similar to that. And the third tool for the Hridaya meditation is the constant question of who am I? So it's a tool that we use to detach ourselves from the illusion of our mind, when the mind that believes that we are something separate from what we observe. So it gets a little funky in there. When we go to the question of who am I, it's like we are peeling off the layers of, like an onion. So if I were to ask you, who are you? You would give me your name. And I'd say, but no, who are you? So you would tell me what you do for a living. Maybe you're retired, or maybe you're a nurse, or whatever it is you do. No, but who are you? Well, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm an auntie. No, but who are you? Right? And we go deeper and deeper, releasing the labels that we put on ourselves, but also society puts on us in order for us to function in society. With each questioning of who am I, we peel off another layer of who we think we are. It's a very deep practice, and eventually you get to the heart of whatever you are. I won't give you the answer. So the meditation is such. Hridaya, heart meditation. We bring our awareness to our heart, spiritual heart center. We will focus on the breath and the gaps between the breath, of the inhalation and the exhalation, the pauses, and these are moments in between our thoughts that we call no mind or empty mind, emptiness. And then the third element is this self-inquiry, and we continue to ask the question, who am I? And it's not like it requires an answer, it's just a letting go, a releasing of each layer that we find ourselves under. So let's begin to settle in. Just have a nice full breath in, filling up. You feel full opening the mouth and breath out. And again, inhaling full up. And you may have lots of questions about this meditation, and that's fine. Hold the breath and then open the mouth and exhale. And again, a nice in-breath. Full, long, slow, deep inhale. And pause. And exhale, releasing. Emptying fully, pulling the abdomen to the spine, releasing everything within. Let's begin to settle the body, finding a comfortable position to sit in. It can be on the floor, it can be on a chair. As always, I encourage a tall spine to help with the breath. If you are sitting on a chair, please have your feet touching the ground or on a pillow or a book or box underneath the feet, just helping to have that connection. Sitting on the ground, sit on a pillow, cushion. Legs don't have to be crossed. And just begin to notice the body and how it's feeling. Resting the hands and notice where they are. As always, so hands open, you might feel like you're receiving energy, hands down, might be releasing a little bit of excess energy that you might have tonight. You can also sit with hands in the center, so left hand cradles the right hand and the thumbs touch, and then they lower. Any last little movements so that you can be completely comfortable sitting still for the 10 to 12 minutes. And just before we begin the meditation, we'll just begin to relax the body a little bit more, relaxing at the forehead, softening the eyes, closing down through the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Relaxing the tongue and the mouth, letting the lower jaw relax. Right, all the tension in the cheeks begins to release. And the jaw automatically just comes down a little bit. The tongue might go to the roof of the mouth. You might find where it's comfortable. The head has a slight tilt downwards, as if the eyes are gazing slightly down to the floor. The shoulders, the neck, and the head relax. And the arms soften. The spine is tall, but not rigid. And we allow a softness down through the hips and the legs and the feet. So we went over quite a bit of Hridaya meditation. So just to begin, remember that we're going to bring our awareness to our spiritual heart center where we pressed on the sternum. And and that we're cultivating an attitude of witness, being the observer. Assuming this attitude of not identifying with our feelings or our thoughts, but just being a witness to them. They arise, we acknowledge, they move on, we let go. And there'll be some talking through the 10 minutes, so there won't be complete silence. And we'll just begin. As we start, observing the body sitting. Observe the body in stillness. And begin to notice the body breathing. Notice the inhalation, the exhalation, keeping our awareness at the spiritual heart center. Thoughts, feelings, emotions may arise, and we let them pass. That's our notion of impermanence, which dictates that everything in life, nothing is permanent. Everything happens and everything changes constantly. And we must learn to accept that reality of impermanence. Remember to be the observer, observing what happens in the place where you are, what happens inside your body, inside your mind, inside your heart. All while maintaining equanimity. awareness to the spiritual heart center. Awareness of the breath. Let there be short pauses after the inhalation and after exhalation. In these pauses, we become more aware of the gaps between thoughts. We inhale and pause. We exhale and pause. Inhale, pause, exhale, and pause. And we continue with this flow of breath into and out of the body. And we find the body settling into stillness. And we observe our body in stillness. Nothing but the movement of the breath. And now we bring in the question, who am I? Who am I? It's not asking for an answer. It's asking for a letting go. Continue with that question in your mind and in your spiritual heart center. Who am I? Allowing the layers and labels to peel off and drift away. Going deeper inward with each time you ask yourself, who am I? Am I the sum of all my experiences? Can I let those go? Then who am I? Am I intelligence, wisdom, accumulated knowledge? Let those layers go, let them dissolve. Who am I? feelings and emotions. Can I let those dissolve? Who am I? Continue to ask yourself the question, who am I? Just keeping your eyes closed for a moment. Having a nice, slow, deep breath in and out. Before you open your eyes, just noticing. Were you able to be the observer? Was that too abstract for you? How did it make you feel? Notice your breath. Notice if your body is in stillness, or if it's just itching to move. And then very slowly open your eyes, come back to your awareness. No longer the owl on the branch, no longer observing. So Hridaya meditation. So that was a lot deeper style of meditation than what we have been practicing. It might have been a little abstract for you, and that's okay. You can practice a few times. And again, the idea of Meditation Monday is just to expose you to a lot of different styles of meditation. You're not going to like them all, but that's okay. Just try them and see what fits for you. And maybe you didn't like that one today, but you might come back and visit it another time and might find that it really resonates for you. So there was a lot going on with Hridaya meditation. So to recap, the spiritual heart center, keeping our awareness at the heart center. Having the breath with the pauses, the gaps in between inhalation, exhalation. And then the inquiry of who am I? And that's a very, very deep meditation practiced often, the questioning of who am I? part of a Vipassana meditation, always questioning, being the observer. So as always, interested in any feedback or what you felt or thought or how that went for you. Comments. Some of the meditations, some of them I don't even like, but we practice and we try, and we just have a sampling and see what fits. So until next Monday. And that was 12 minutes, by the way. Pretty sat still for 12 minutes. So that's it for tonight's meditation. Thank you so much. Namaste.